Hello, I'm Brett Knowles from PM2 Consulting. This video is going to walk you through the typical journey for a business to create their corporate sustainability scorecard based on the Future Fit business benchmark. So here's roughly what it looks like. Obviously, at the beginning, we need to do some preparation work. Step one is we're going to work with the existing strategy documents, management reports, and so forth to surface what is the current core business strategy and priorities. We're then going to do an assessment of what data is currently available. Within the framework, there are 21 business goals, and within those, a couple of hundred possible metrics. And so we'll survey the organization to see where there's repeatable, reliable, and accurate data to populate the model. We're then going to help the organization select the right cross-functional scorecard team. We're looking for not only cross-functional representation, but enough operational managerial depth to provide great insights into the work that we're doing and make sure the scorecard we build is accurate. From then, we then need to do a training of a combined team. The executive committee, which is the senior leadership team for the area or scope being scorecarded, and then the scorecard team, the operational team that is going to help us build out the scorecard. This way, both teams go through the same education at the same time. We then separate out the executive committee and spend about 3 hours with them. First, we're going to select which of the 21 business goals are going to end up getting 0 weighted. Now, they're all used, but for some organizations, we can lower the priority of some of the objectives due to how well they're currently performing, their achievement of current future fit targets, or even just situational reasons. From there, we're then going to weight the remaining business goals in 3 time buckets: the next quarter, the next year, and the next 5 years, so that we have a balance between the near-term and longer-term goals. From there, we'll work with the executive team to set those top-level performance targets. The executive committee has now completed the first tranche of work we need from them. We're then going to take their deliverables and move them over to the scorecard team. The scorecard team has quite a few steps to complete before they report back their progress to the executive team. First, they need to complete a process impact and performance assessment, what we call an ontology. So the different core processes in the area being scorecarded all contribute to the 21 goals to a greater or lesser extent. And this ontology process helps identify how much each process contributes to the 21 goals and which goals they contribute to. The same activity is repeated for the core projects or initiatives. And between these 2 steps, we can then do an analysis of what is the sustainability gap, the gap between how the processes are currently performing and what future fit targets call for, and the gap closing potential of the current roster of initiatives or projects. And typically we find the projects are misaligned. Up to 66% of them need to get redefined in order to properly focus on the sustainability gaps. So the team will then develop some recommendations to change the current sustainability initiatives or projects to better align with the observed gaps. From there, we shift the focus of the scorecard team from this analysis of gap to beginning to build the scorecards and metrics. So what they're then going to do is, within the ontology, identify the priorities for the process and project measurement nodes. Where are the specific first tranche of measures we need, second tranche, third tranche. From there, they'll then go off and identify, based on the available data and the preparation work we did in step 2, to determine what's available and begin setting targets and assessing the signal strength of the available data. That will allow them to make recommendations about what current metrics we're going to use and their signal strength, as well as recommendations for where we might want to get better metrics sometime in the future. We then are going to report back to the executive committee. So the next session is that report back, with the combined groups. And the combined groups are going to talk about all we've discovered so far, the process gaps, the performance of the projects for closing those gaps, the alignment issues, the recommended changes, the identified measurement nodes, the selected indicators and targets, and next steps. And of course, we're seeking leadership's review and approval. From there, we're then going to move it over to the scorecard team. The scorecard team now has a couple of things more to complete the journey. One is we now need to shift how we manage the business on a weekly, monthly, quarterly, and annual basis. So they'll determine those reporting cycles, responsibilities, timing, so forth. Then what they'll do is build the employee engagement and rollout plan. So how do we engage every single employee in the Future Fit model and the scorecard? Again, giving personal Future Fit or sustainability scorecards for the employees and how we phase it out in the organization. They'll also give considerations to how we cascade this down the organization or roll it out across other divisions. From there, the combined group of scorecard and executive committee launch it. And so we'll take the final review of these steps and then begin the journey towards being a Future Fit organization. I hope this has been a useful overview for you. Obviously, there's far more detail behind each step, but this gives you an indication of the journey that we need to create a Future Fit scorecard.